If you can have the totality of experience, if you can have the totality of your one experience, if you have one experience and you have the totality, if you have the totality of that one experience, then you have everything. And it doesn't matter if you like it or not. Jesus taught us that. He showed us that. He gave us this knowledge through an experience. He chose. He knew what was the most beneficial experience that he could have was not to throw parties and have joyous experiences with lots of friends. Caterpillar. Beautiful lime green caterpillar. He knew that to have the experience of wholeness was what was the most valuable thing that we can do as we live on this rock, as we experience life in these physical bodies. The best thing that we can do is feel the totality of the experience. So Jesus knew only that there is the feeling, the fulfilling, the wholeness of the totality of the experience. So he showed us this. So suffering and sacrifice and pain and rejection, these are highly misunderstood, valuable life experiences. They don't feel easy. So a lot of us, a lot of people, a lot of the time would rather not enjoy these experiences, would rather not process life through this lens. But what I am understanding and what I am gaining understanding with is joy is nothing short of my everything. There is always joy. Pain and sorrow are nothing short of my everything. There is always pain and sorrow. There is always the availability of truth in experience. It doesn't matter what the experience is. All I want is the truth. And so I've experienced love. I've experienced the awareness of the feeling of love through other people. And when this has occurred, there would be a desire for connection. There would be a human desire that would arrive, a human expectation that would arrive. And it does, and it is. It is this. And so as it is placed in front of me, the opportunity, the decision to love comes. It's chosen, accepted. But perhaps there are societal norms or other functions such as these that would require second thinking, a depth of process. So I find myself in the depth of process, And the process has many options, many successes that can arrive, many different kinds of experience of success can arrive. So you choose. You choose what form the success will take. If you are human, you have this opportunity to make this choice. And so in this experience, I'm choosing a choice. In this moment, and then the moment may change. But in this moment, I'm choosing not to walk away, pretend, or let go, because I started that process. I started to feel that the attainment is impossible. And so, what now? And from that point of what now, the answer I heard was, you give up. You let it go. You let love go. And when I thought about that, if that is the answer, it's not a choice, it was just one of the answers. And so that answer came about, and I thought, well, that is how I would let God go. And then I thought, I don't think I can let God go. I don't think that's possible. And so that kind of completed that way of thinking, subsided, and I released it because I knew that there was no value in it, but I knew also still, and yet I could create value. But because it was not what I desired, it didn't match, I just let it go, because it was, for me to extract the value would have taken another step. Steps can be as small or as large as we make them, but that step would have been much larger and more difficult. So I said, what is necessary? So instead of taking the step down toward the road of pain and suffering, I chose to maintain my awareness and my definiteness on and about being who I am. So I continued to love as a choice. And with that choice came the awareness that all anxiety and suffering and pain do indeed arrive from a thought. And the thought is separation. So I identified the love. And then the separation thought would have been to run away from the love. Would have been to say, I can't love. This isn't right. Societal norms. So instead of doing that, I chose to be in love and for it to be an opportunity. And for whatever comes from the opportunity to come from the opportunity. To not have a fear about what comes from the opportunity. To instead be stable. To instead be present within the opportunity. And love. And experience love. I could have experienced pain. I could have experienced suffering. I could have allowed that to continue as I saw it. I watched it and I said, oh, I don't want that. I'm not going to accept that. So I released it. And I said, I'll just love. And if the physical circumstances, if the societal norms maintain, then I still love. But if the societal differences maintain while I also feel pain, well, then that leads to many more uncomfortable, unrealized, unnecessary experiences. Not invaluable, not unvaluable, still valuable, because I can do anything from anywhere, from any point. But within that point of question, I took the road that in that moment felt better, like this breeze. This is a moment. In that moment, it felt better to just love. So that's where I am. Thank you.